Everyone, I hope everyone is hale and hearty. Today I have changed my position a little bit. You can say that I'm standing and then speaking about it. और एक और चीज़ आपको नोट कीजिएगा, आज कोई विसल की आवाज़ नहीं आए देगी आपको. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ने बड़े स्वीटली कंप्लेन किया कि मैम वेन एवर योर वीडियोज़ आर देयर वी ऑलवेज लिसन टू द साउंड ऑफ विस्लिंग, मीन्स कुकर की सीटी की आवाज़ आती है. मैंने कहा प्लीज़ बेयर विद मी बिकॉज आई एम वेरी नोविस एंड आई डोंट नो एडिटिंग एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. आई हैव टू डू द थिंग्स वेरी प्लेनली, जस्ट रिकॉर्ड इट एंड जस्ट पुट इट देयर ऑन द यूट्यूब. सो प्लीज़ बेयर विद मी. सो आज की पोम का नाम है द प्लेट ऑफ गोल्ड. The Plate of Gold is basically a very beautiful and beautiful poem in which there is a very subtle message that is about the true philanthropy and the false philanthropy. True philanthropy means परोपकार. मतलब कि हम लोग बहुत अच्छा करते हैं तो हम उसका बहुत एग्जैजरेट कर देते हैं ना, कि हमने ये अच्छा किया, हमने वहाँ अच्छा किया, मैंने इतने लोगों को इतने लोगों को इतना सारा गिफ्ट किया है और इतने मंदिरों में दान किया है, इतने गौदान किए हैं, इतना कुछ किया है एंड ऑल द थिंग्स. बाइबल में एक लिखा गया है कि अगर आप राइट हैंड से कुछ देते हैं तो आपके लेफ्ट हैंड को भी नहीं पता होना चाहिए. इट शुड बी दैट सीक्रेटिव बिकॉज गॉड नोज एवरीथिंग. आपको इसको एग्जैजरेट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. बिकॉज जैसे ही आप एक अच्छा काम करते हैं ना, भगवान के पास एक मशीन लगी हुई है, वहाँ पे खट 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 चलता रहता है. तो जैसे आप एक अच्छा काम करते हो वो ऐड हो जाता है, जैसे कोई बुरा काम करते हो वो माइनस हो जाता है. खट 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 खट. ऑटोमेटिक मशीन है, वेरी ऑटोमेटिक मशीन, कभी ख़राब ही नहीं होती है. सो द प्लेट ऑफ गोल्ड. द प्लेट ऑफ गोल्ड इज़ अ वेरी ब्यूटिफुल पोम in which this message has been given, that how you can really show your concern and how can you empathize with the people and how can actually you serve the humanity. It's not only always with the money, how you can serve the humanity. Now in a court of Benares temple, बनारस के एक मंदिर के प्रांगण में एक प्लेट ऑफ गोल्ड गिरी और उस पर लिखा हुआ था टू whom it is the gift from the God who loved the best. Now priest ने जैसे ही वो पढ़ा उन्होंने एक डिक्लेरेशन की, एक प्रोक्लेमेशन कर दी कि जो भी समझता है अपने आप को कि वो इस प्लेट ऑफ गोल्ड के हकदार हैं और ये गिफ्ट उनके लिए है, they would come to the temple courtyard and they would tell the story of their great deeds. So एक ज्यूरी बन गई प्रीस्ट की, so that they would listen and adjudge whether this person is eligible for plate of gold or not. अब जैसे ही न्यूज़ जंगल की आग की तरह पूरी जगह फैल गई, सब लोग फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कॉर्नर्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड दे हैव स्टार्टेड कमिंग और सब ने अपने अपने बारे में बताना शुरू कर दिया कि उन्होंने इतना दान किया है, इतनी प्रॉपर्टी गिव की है, इतने हॉस्पिटल्स बनवाए हैं, इतने मंदिर बनवाए हैं और सब कुछ. Now, after 6 months, when the priest they found that this person, a richest person who had completely given away his all property, उसने सारी distribute कर दी थी गरीब लोगों में और बहुत सारा दान पुण्य काम किया था, तो उन्होंने सोचा कि ये जो person है ये eligible है और उन्होंने plate of gold उसको पकड़ा दी. जैसे ही उस रिचेस्ट पर्सन ने, नोबल पर्सन ने, जो समझता था अपने आप को, बहुत ही प्राउड था उसमें और अपने आप को समझता था कि बहुत ही उसने नोबल डीड्स किए हैं, तो जैसे ही उसको वो प्लेट ऑफ गोल्ड की और उसकी एक फिंगर के टच करने से ही वो प्लेट ऑफ गोल्ड जो थी दैट टर्न्ड इनटू द बेसिस्ट लेड एंड द हेवन रिफ्यूज्ड इट. दिस इज नॉट द राइट पर्सन. Now just see, the God has refused. God has his own way. And the priests, they were surprised, they were shocked, everybody was shocked that what really had happened. Again the priests sat in the council, again they started adjudging the people, and now people from different corners, they started coming over there, they started adjudging, but still every time whenever the plate of gold was given to that so-called noble person, that turned, heaven refused it by turning into the basest lead. Now the priests, they were completely exhausted. What to do? Because nobody was there. But still, it was a responsibility. God's proclamation means God has sent this plate of gold. So किसी ना किसी को तो hand over करनी ही थी. So they kept on sitting. By the end of the next year, means after 2 years when it was going to come, end of the second year, there was a priest. he was also talking about all these kind of things, but he could not find anyone. Now by the time what happened, all the people from the different corner of the world, और जितने भी poor, maimed, beggar people थे, they came over there. And what happened? They just sat in front of the temple court because they thought that the rich people would give away their property, at least in the name of the noble things. Because उनको लगेगा कि भाई ये बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, तो at least they would get some charity, they would get some money. So in the hope of getting money, so many beggars, maimed and crippled people, they just gathered and they thronged in front of the temple courtyard. But still no use, because the plate of gold every time turned into the basis lead. Now this time what happened, a person, very poor peasant, he came over there and he was just passing through the temple courtyard. He was really moved, he was really touched seeing these people who were maimed, blind, crippled, and they were in an extremely miserable condition. And he was just still going on, but his heart was really crushed and his heart was brimming with the sympathy for these poor people. But anyhow, he started moving. But seeing a real sore creature who was completely blind, maimed, and he was really in a utter misery. So this peasant, simple peasant, he could not move. He just sat down and take his hand in his own hand, and he just comforted him with his words. God, may God give you the strength to bear all this misfortune. Now, by saying this thing, after saying this thing, he moved on. और जैसे ही वो अंदर गया, उसने भगवान को thanks करने के लिए अपने हाथ join किए. He bowed his head. Something that was there in the mind of the priest. उन्होंने priest को बोला, priest ने कुछ उसको कुछ intimation हुआ, उनको कुछ hint हुआ कि just give this plate of gold to this man. They just called him. That was an intuition, that was an intimation, maybe the God's hint. So this person came over there, and the priest handed him over this plate of gold, and it shone with the thrice with its luster. Heaven accepted it. The God accepted. Just see, this man did not give away his property. He himself was poor with money, rich with heart, poor with money. He did not have the money, but he was having that love, empathy, concern for the people. And the heaven accepted it. Heaven, accepted the right claimant of this plate of gold. After receiving the plate of gold, he did not, show any kind of a pride. He just bowed his head, thanked God, and he just moved away. This is what actually the true philanthropy. हम क्या करते हैं? हम बहुत ज़्यादा शो ऑफ करते हैं, हम बहुत ज़्यादा डिक्लेयर करते हैं कि मैंने ये किया है, मैंने वो किया है, but that is not considered as a noble deeds. Noble deeds, basically, that's purity of your heart. So remember the grain of gold. Remember, the God knows the inner. I told you the inner feelings, the feelings that is in your subconscious and deep down in your heart, that is also known by the God. The God knows everything. So always remember that whenever you believe in love, trust, faith, goodness, the God will always bless you with a plate of gold. Thank you.